Now on this order, I had a problem because I had listed 10 in the lot and I only had 8 of these left. Today is Tuesday, November 23rd, and we have 2 eBay orders going out today. First item we have going out is an item I picked up from my local thrift store. I had purchased a lot of dishes, china. It wasn't complete, so I decided to go ahead and piece it apart. This sold. It is Mika's Ivory China, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. That total lot I paid $22 for. I've already sold all the plates off. I've since made my money back, so this is just pure profit. This sold for $562, and the buyer is paying $838 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be an item off that huge high bid haul that I picked up, that $600 one. It's just this single DVD, Encounters from Another Dimension. 7 documentary set that does contain 3 DVDs in here. This sold for $7 and the buyer is paying $319 in shipping. So we go to our high bid tally. 46 lots, total buy-in $611. Encounters DVD was on lot $395. That lot I paid $2. I've already sold a couple things off of that lot. Estimated profit on just a single item is $6. That puts us into the profit over the $611 of $105. Today is Wednesday, November 24th, and we have 5 eBay orders going out today. First item we have going out is an item I picked up at my thrift store. I'm into it for $2. It's this Professor Layton and the Curious Village. It is Nintendo DS. This sold for $25.48 and the buyer is paying $540 in shipping. Next thing going out happens to be another thrift store item. It's this Thanos action figure, dates back to 2017. Picked this up at my local thrift store for 25 cents. This sold for $14.04 and it is going free shipping. This next item going out happens to be an item I picked up off of that huge high bid haul. It's another one of the stereo components. This happens to be the Montgomery Ward's Airline 8-track player/recorder. I did test it. Everything works great. This sold for $110.84 and the buyer is paying $24.40 for shipping. Now with this is going through the global shipping program, so they're going to be paying a lot more. So they're paying over $200 for this whole unit. This is an example of an item that you would actually ship through the global shipping program because it is so heavy and bulky. So we go to our high bid tally. That right there, which was on lot 400, I believe this is like the 3rd or 4th thing I've sold off of that lot. That lot I paid $42 for. Estimated profits on just this single item is $97. That brings us up to $202 in profit off of that major high bid score. This next item going out, not really a big item. This was actually attached onto a VCR I picked up at my local thrift store. I actually paid $5 for the VCR. This was attached. The VCR I sold, went and listed this. This is a Channel Master. Does have the little, adapter with it. This sold for $11.40 and the buyer is paying $9.25 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be an item I picked up off of high bid. This was off of that high bid score where all the lots I paid $2 each for. This lot here happened to be a bunch of outdoor lightings, the transformer, and the cable. So I split all of those apart. I've since sold some of the lights off. This is the second set of lights. It's some more of these Westinghouse lights. They're path lights. I listed them individually. This buyer came in and bought all 6 of these. Buyer paid $57.84 and they are going free shipping. So we go to our high bid tally. 22 lots, $2 each for each lot. Total buy-in was $51. This lot was $251. Second item I've sold off of this lot. Total of 6 lights. Estimated profit on this is $28. The reason for that is because I did do free shipping on these. That brings us to an estimated profit of $120 over our initial buy-in. Had one more item come in as I was packing. It's this Casio step tracker. Bought this on RA. I paid $7 for this. This sold for $24.60. I was doing free shipping on this, but seeing how this is shipping to Canada, buyer paid $21.25 in shipping. Today is Friday, November 26th, and we have 12 eBay orders going out today. First item we got going out is this little Game Boy Advance Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius. Bought 2 of these at my local thrift store, $1.50 each. This one sold $9.64, and it is going free shipping. Next item going out, RA. These Kit Kat key lime pies. Lotted 8 together. These sold for $16.68, and they are going free shipping. Next item going out happens to be a thrift store item. Paid $3 for this. It's an Anchor Hawking ovenware microware dish. It is brand new. This sold for $34.32, and it is going free shipping. Next item going out, thrift store. It's this little plush Dr. Seuss. Paid 50 cents at my local thrift store. This sold for $10.52, and the buyer is paying $5.20 in shipping. Next item going out, I believe I picked this up at the thrift store. I don't know what I paid for it. I didn't put it in the custom SKU. It's this Parker Brothers Finch game. It does date back to 1963. It is complete. Probably have maybe $1 at most into this. This sold for $18.22, and the buyer is paying $9.30 in shipping. This next item is another thrift store item. I lotted 5 of these Sim 2 expansion packs. Minted these for 50 cents each at my local thrift store, so cost of goods is $2.50. These sold for $24.03, and the buyer is paying $8.29 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be an item off that huge high bid haul. Happens to be this Presto bread slicer. It is brand new. Open box, I did disclose that. This sold for $19.88, and the buyer is paying $9.53 in shipping. So we go to our high bid tally. You're new here, I'm keeping track of this large high bid haul. 46 lots. Total buy-in was $611. We've since made that, and we're into the pure profit on it. This bread slicer guide was on lot 322. This is the second item we sold off of this. I believe the last one was the salad spinner. Yes. So this lot we paid $6 for. The salad spinner, estimated profit $22. Bread slicing guide, estimated profit $16. Brings us up to $218 profit off this large high bid score so far. Next item going out happens to be 2 of these candy canes. Picked these up after last Christmas last year. I'm into each of these for 25 cents each, so cost of goods is 50 cents. This sold for $8.26, and it is going free shipping. Next item going out, another RA item. Picked up 3 of these Nerf replacement darts. These are the Mega. Cost of goods into each of these is $1, so that's $3. These sold for $18.22, and they are going free shipping. This is light enough, should be able to get this to go out first class. Next item going out, RA clearance. Happens to be lotted 10 of these wax melts, Better Home and Garden. They are the limited edition fresh cut Fraser. Paid 10 cents each for these, so cost of goods on all of this is $1. These sold for $24.86, and they are going free shipping. Next item going out happens to be an item I had gotten when I was doing couponing back some years back. Had these, figured I'd list these when I first started selling on eBay. They've been in my store for quite a while. Cost of goods into these is nothing because I paid for them with coupons. Happens to be 2 of these Curade waterproof adhesive tape. These sold for $7.18 and they are going free shipping. Definitely under 4 ounces. This next item going out kind of blew me away because when I pulled it up, it has no photo. But yet when I look in what's sold, it does have an image. So I think it has the default eBay image for this item. Picked this up at my thrift store for $1. It's the Twilight Director's Notebook. So when I pull this up in my app, it does show the book. But when I click on it, it shows no photos. So the only thing I can assume is I listed this without even putting photos. Unless they knew what the book was, they bought it anyways. This sold for $10.75 and the buyer is paying $3.19 in shipping. Today is Sunday, November 28th, and the reason I'm filming tonight is because I've got to go out of town tomorrow. So I figure I'd go ahead and get these packed up. I can drop these off to my son tonight, and he'll drop them off at the post office tomorrow for me. So let's jump in and see what's sold. First item that's sold is an RA item. It's 2 of these elbow pads. Paid $1 each for these, so cost of goods is $2. Buyer paid $16.32 and they are paying $5.30 in shipping. Next item going out, RA. Picked up these minute keys for 25 cents each. Wadded 2 of them together. These sold for $7.18 and they are going free shipping. This next item going out happens to be a thrift store item. It's this vintage Hangman game. This does date back to 1976. It is complete. Picked this up at my local thrift store for $1. This sold for $18.82 and the buyer is paying $8.10 in shipping. Next item, thrift store item. It happens to be this Kenworth Ball Cap. It is brand new without tags. Picked this up at my thrift store. I'm only into it for 50 cents. This sold for $13.08 and the buyer is paying $5.25 in shipping. Next item going out, RA. Into it for $1. It happens to be this yoga strap. Sold for $7.91 and it is going free shipping. This next item I picked up at my thrift store. Happened to be running VHS tapes that day for 10 cents. I seen these 4 sealed. The Bear. Homeward Bound 2. Homeward Bound. And The Spirit of Mickey. As you can see, these are all still brand new sealed. Nothing big about these. Cost of goods, 40 cents. These sold for $16.36 and the buyer is paying $4.45 in shipping. This next item, thrift store item, happens to be this Presto electric shoe polisher. Picked this up at my thrift store for $5. As you can see, it is still brand new, open box. This sold for $28.66 and the buyer is paying $9.21 in shipping. Next item, RA, it happens to be this Yoki. Picked it up at Walmart clearance for $3. I think I picked up maybe about 3 or 4 of these. Still have a couple left. This sold for $13.08 and it is going free shipping. Not big money, but an easy shipper. Next item going out, RA, I picked these up after last Christmas on clearance. I'm into each of these for 25 cents, so cost of goods, that's 50 cents. This happens to be the last of these raspberry canes. I do have other candy canes in my store. These sold for $8.16 and they are going free shipping. Another RA item, I allotted 3 of these crisp frosted fur. Picked these up at clearance for 10 cents each, so cost of goods, that's 30 cents. These sold for $10.62 and they are going free shipping. This easily go out first class. This next item happens to be an item I picked up at my thrift store. It's a pair of these Dockers Easy Khaki Straight Fit. These are brand new with tags. I only paid $2 at my local thrift store. These sold for $28.66 and the buyer is paying $9.25 in shipping. This next item, not a big money maker, but it sold very quickly. I picked this up at my local thrift store. It's this remote control ground steak. Paid $5. It is brand new in the package, still sealed. This sold for $19.64 and the buyer is paying $8.29 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be some more of these wax melts. These ones have to be the fresh cut Fraser. Lotted 10 of these together. End of these for 10 cents. Cost of goods for total of this is $1. These sold for $24.56 and they are going free shipping. With these, I can easily get these to go in a flat rate envelope. Today is Tuesday, November 30th, and these are the orders that we have to ship out from yesterday. I was out of town, so I didn't get a chance to ship these out. So we'll go over these and close out the weekend sales. First item we have going out happens to be a thrift store item. Happens to be this Nintendo DS Lost in Blue. My thrift store, they had a stack of these. I believe it was about 10 of them. This happened to be the first one I picked up and checked comps on. So I didn't check the rest of them. I just picked them all up for $2 each. I figured if anything, I just lot them all together. So this is the second game off of that lot that sold. This sold for $43.42 and the buyer is paying $5.20 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be an RA item. Happens to be more of these wax melts. These are the fresh cut Fraser. Now on this order, I had a problem because I had listed 10 in the lot and I only had 8 of these left. So since these are limited edition, I had to figure out what I was going to do. So what I did is I reached out to the buyer and said I only had 8 of these, but I would include 8 additional ones with different scents, and she was okay with that. So in this one, since I'm going to put it into a flat rate envelope, in this case here, since it's a little bigger, it would be in a padded flat rate, I included 4 additional scents, 2 of each. We've got the Fall into Autumn, Farm Apple Pumpkin, White Pumpkin Sage, and Fresh Cypress Garland. So have you ever had a problem where you went to go ship an item and you didn't either have the item or you had a lot and you didn't have everything to fulfill the order? Let me know down in the comments how you handled it. Next item going out, not a big item. It happens to be this Phase 10. It is vintage card game. Dates back to 1998. If I remember correctly, I picked this up on one of my earlier high bid hauls, probably well over a year ago. This happened to be in there. So I've been sitting on this for a while. This sold for $4.81 and the buyer is paying $5.20 in shipping. This next item going out happens to be this first edition F-150 through 350 series owner's guide. Picked this up at a thrift store in their free section. Happened to see it, picked it up. So cost of goods, nothing. This sold for $16.36 and the buyer is paying $3.19 in shipping. This next item happens to be a thrift store item. Probably not such a good pickup. Happens to be this Disney, Mickey Mouse, and Friends. They're stickers to go on the wall. Paid $1 for this. This sold for $8.98 and it is going free shipping. So maybe make a couple bucks off of this. This next item going out happens to be an item off of the $2 lot haul that I picked up on high bid. All the lots were just $2. Happens to be these Nike Women's Solar Soft Comfort Thong. They are brand new without tags. These sold for $21.28 and the buyer is paying $8.35 in shipping. So we go to our high bid tally. Okay, 22 lots, $2 each, $51 total with taxes, auctioneer fees. So on this lot 243, $2. Happens to be the second set off of that. I sold the other ones off. Nike Solar Soft Estimated profit on this is about $19. That brings us up to a net profit of $139 so far on these $2 high bid lots. This next item happens to be a thrift store item. It's a O'Reilly's Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling Series hat. Does have the, I think you call these shark tooth or shark teeth. Not sure. It is used. Paid 50 cents for this. This sold for $15.54 and the buyer is paying $5.30 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be a thrift store item. If you're not out there looking for Bibles for sourcing and to list on eBay, I would encourage you to do so. They seem to sell really well. Not a big profit, but enough to make some money. This happens to be the New International Version, New Testament. Does date back to 1973 by Zondervan. It is a large print Bible. Paid $1 at my thrift store. This sold for $16.63 and the buyer is paying $3.80 in shipping. Now, one thing with Bibles you want to check is make sure when you open it up that it doesn't have somebody's name in it. Sometimes they'll still sell, but the ones that don't have any writing on them will definitely sell. Next item going out, another thrift store item. It's these Levi's $5.50. They are used, size 34-32. Put stone washed, loose fit jeans. I'm into these for just $1. These sold for $18 even, and the buyer is paying $8.29 in shipping. Next item going out happens to be this Sonic Super Ear. Picked this up on that large high bid haul, the $600 one. It is brand new. Now, when I opened this up, it did have the battery in here, and the battery was corroded, so I obviously threw that out. I did disclose that in the description. This sold for $37.68 and it is going free shipping. Now with this, all I'm going to do with this is probably put it into either a flat rate or a padded flat rate envelope. So shipping would be about $8. So we go to our high bid tally. That lot was $531, which was actually labeled miscellaneous electronics. Paid $2 for that lot. There were some other things in there as well. Supersonic ear. Estimated profits on this, because it is going free shipping, is $26. That brings us up to a net profit on this large high bid haul of $244, and there's still plenty more to go. Next item going out happens to be an RA item. It happens to be these Great Value sprinkles. Picked these up on Walmart clearance in the food section. Probably been sitting on these well over a year. It's one of the first things I actually listed. Cost of goods into these is, I believe I'm into each one of these for 25 cents. So cost of goods, 75 cents. These sold for $8.98 and the buyer is paying $6.25 in shipping. Okay, received this in the mail over the weekend. This is from Kevin, Commonwealth Picker, Commonwealth Flipper. Put a link to him right up there. So let's go and open it up and see what it is. Pretty sure I know what this is, judging on the size of the box. Definitely plenty of bubble wrap on this. It's the metal Christmas ornament. It is signed by Kevin, 2001, along with some stickers, and happens to be their newest ornament. Merry Christmas, 2001, Commonwealth Picker. Reagan, this is 3 of 40, and it does have their dog Sophie on it. So this will get added to my collection with the ones from last year, where this one's also signed by Reagan, and this one's 23 of 40. I also have another one, and it's going to be part of my giveaway when I do reach 1,000 subscribers. We get things moving. Reagan, this one happens to be 40 of 40, so this was the last one of this series here. So once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be doing a giveaway, and I do have some additional stuff to go ahead and give away. So those are the items we have going out today to go ahead and close out the weekend sales. I hope this information was useful for you, so while you're out there sourcing, you can see the type of items that are actually selling on eBay right now. So if you wouldn't mind, give me a thumbs up. It helps my channel. And if you like content like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the bell notification down below, and you'll be notified the next time I do a video. Until next time, keep picking. And the buyer is paying $24.00. This sold for, this lot was these sold for $26 with different fragrances. Stepping on the bubble wrap. This next item happens to be a thrift store. So those are the items we have going out today.